Hello guys, I just finished watching the newest Gundam anime and do I have some takes. This video will only be talking about the prologue and the first season of Gundam, which from Mercury. I will probably be making another video once season 2 finishes to give out my full thoughts on the show, but for now, I will only be talking about the prologue and the first season because this anime is the definition of wasted potential. So let me tell you why. Gundam Witch from Mercury has an amazing prologue, and it sets up the stage for an amazing dark political sci-fi story. And honestly, the prologue alone got me so excited for the show, but when I actually watched the first episode, it's just an uninteresting high school drama. The first episode is still good because it sets up the story and everything, and honestly I won't mind the high school thing if it's just a short section, but the high school part is basically the whole anime except for the last 3 episodes. And everything feels like filler, everything feels like it doesn't matter, because when I finished watching the prologue, what I expected from the anime is way larger scale, way bigger than just high school students fighting. I thought it's going to be corporations fighting, trying to get rid of competitors, shit like that. But that's not what I got. It's just kids that happen to be children of CEO of huge companies, and the corporate thing is just mainly used as plot conveniences. Like, there'll just be characters that need something, and then, oh wow, I just happen to be the son of this huge company CEO, so now I can just easily access that. How convenient. It's really disappointing, and all of the fights honestly also feels like it doesn't matter. It just looks cool because the animation, the soundtrack and everything is amazing in this anime. It's very beautiful, but the story is so boring until the final 3 episodes. And I will get into the final 3 episodes in a minute, but for now what you need to know is, other than the final 3 episodes, the whole anime just feels like filler, and it serves no purpose other than to establish the characters and maybe do a little bit of world building. I say a little bit of world building because Gundam as a world is so big. If you're not a Gundam fan, how can you possibly understand everything? Like, this is my first time watching a Gundam anime, and all of the buzzwords they use is just gibberish to me, and I think that's fine. That's to be expected from a sci-fi show, but that just shows you that, you don't really need 9 episodes or however many episodes there is in the school to do this, to only establish characters and do some world building, because there isn't much to do. There isn't too many characters that actually matters. There's too much to this world to truly explain everything to the first time viewers, so might as well just tell them the minimum, tell them the simple things, which they do, but it does not need 9 episodes. Maybe cut the school section in half, and that will be enough. Other than that, the high school section also have subplots that just means nothing. Like, why do they even exist? There's this subplot that really annoyed me during one of the fights, because in this high school, things are decided by duels. Anything that you want another person to do, as long as you win a duel, you will be able to get what you want. And then there's this duel later on in the story where it's like a 6v6 duel, and then for some reason one of the characters just starts hating one of the enemy's character, like she has some sort of grudge against her, and then it turns out like the other girl is hitting up one of the first girl's boyfriends. Like, what is this? Why does this matter? Who cares? And they never ever elaborate on that. It's just like a throwaway thing, and it's so random. Like, why does that exist? The only good thing about the school part is the fights, because the animation is amazing. The fights are super flashy, the soundtrack is super good, and it's very hype. But that's all there is to the high school section. And when I watched the anime, the whole anime felt like a huge disappointment. For me, the prologue is nearly an 8 out of 10 with how good it is. Honestly, it got me quite emotional with what it showed, but then the anime is just a complete disappointment, not what I expected. Just became this really generic high school show with Max fighting, but then that's when the last 3 episodes happen. The last 3 episodes of this anime is exactly what I wanted. It shows companies trying to get rid of competitors and just actual story that takes place outside of the high school, and it's so good. Why did it take so long to reach here? I bet a lot of viewers dropped the show before reaching this part, or maybe this part is too short to actually save the show because the majority of the show is so generic. So when they finally reach this good part, it's like, oh wow, cool, but the anime is already over. So what now? And it's just such huge wasted potential. Why can't the show be just like this? Just be the last 3 episodes. You can cut the school part by half and then just make the rest of the anime like the final 3 episodes. It's so good, and I don't really want to get too much into it because spoilers, but just know that the last 3 episodes is so hype, and it's exactly what you will expect from the prologue. And I feel like a lot of people share the same opinion as I do, because I went through the reviews of my anime list. I saw some shit takes, but I also saw a lot of people thinking the same way as I do, where they watch the prologue, they get really excited for the anime, expecting some dark sci-fi political drama with this anime. Instead, they just get shitty high school drama. So if only they just change up the direction of this anime, I feel like this anime would have been so good. I feel like this anime would have exploded in popularity even outside of the Gundam community. For me, I just watched this because I'm a Yuri degen, and you know, everyone knows there's a Yuri ship here. But that doesn't really affect my viewing experience. Obviously, I'm not watching this anime expecting anything Yuri. It just got my attention and that's about it. But for most people, they come in this show, they expect political drama, blah blah blah, all that stuff that Gundam is known for, but it's just high school. Like, come on, man. Why do you have to throw high school into this anime that has no place for it? It should only be a short section, and it went on for way too long. In the high school section, there are also characters that serve no purpose, do nothing to the story, and all they do is just fill up the high school character tropes. Oh, you got the annoying one, you got the loud one, you got the shy one. It's just really bad. I expected something more mature from this show instead of just tropey characters, tropey story as well. And I genuinely think the high school alone just really ruined the show. If it isn't because of the last 3 episodes, this anime would have been a 6 out of 10 at most. So overall, I think the anime is really worth watching because the last 3 episodes and the prologue alone makes this amazing, and I'm really excited for season 2 because season 2 will definitely continue on from the finale of season 1, which is really exciting. And hopefully in the second season they will never touch the high school again. If in season 2 they just return to the high school like nothing happened, I will be so disappointed. Then this show will truly be over. This show will just be terrible. Another reason is, of course, the animation is amazing, the fights are super cool, and their art style is honestly really approachable. You don't need to have too much experience with animation to appreciate the level of detail in this art style. It's really good. All the max designs are really cool, and the last reason is just there is a Yuri ship, but it doesn't really go anywhere. But it's cool, it has some cute moments in it, so if you're a degenerate, maybe you will have like a really stupid reason to watch this. But there are also things that you need to keep in mind when you're watching this anime. You need to power through the high school shit. If you're still someone that can take the high school cliche, the high school tropes and all that, I think you'll be fine with the high school section. But for me, after watching the amount of anime I have, after watching 90 days plus worth of anime within a year and a half until I burnt out, I've watched so much anime, and so many of them are in high school that I cannot stand high school anymore unless the story actually benefited from the high school setting, and this anime does not do that. But if you're still able to take the high school stuff, then I feel like this anime will be perfect. This anime will be so good for you. And there are also annoying characters, annoying voices in this anime, especially the main girl. That main girl's stuttering is really getting on my nerves. It's just really annoying. It's fine if in the beginning she's nervous and she stutters a lot because she's talking to strangers, but later on she still stutters on. And as someone that can kind of understand Japanese, it just really annoys me sometimes the way she talks. And also certain other characters like Choo-Choo is really loud, but that's just the anime shit, I guess, that you need to deal with. Honestly, I hope this isn't something that, you know, anime fans need to put up with. Why can't anime characters just talk normally instead of yelling or screaming? They really like to beat their character traits to death. Oh, this girl is the quiet one. Oh, let's make it so that she doesn't talk until the plot needs her. I just don't like that. Or this character is annoying, so no matter what happens, she needs to keep yelling and commenting on everything that happens. I don't like that at all. There are also subplots that go nowhere, just kind of annoying. Like why do they even exist then? The girlfriend thing that I mentioned earlier isn't even the only thing. There's also another subplot earlier on that so far really resulted in nothing. Overall, I would say this anime is a 7 out of 10. It is worth watching just for what the second season might be. Again, the second season hasn't been out yet as of the recording of this video. It will be out in another 2 months, and I'm really excited to see what is in the second season because the last 3 episodes of the first season seriously is hype and really well done, and it sets up the pieces for what can be an amazing sci-fi political show, something that I expect from this anime. But if you're not super into sci-fi political, not into sci-fi, and you think high school stuff really annoys you, then I would say maybe avoid this one. And that's it for this video. If you watch it till this point, consider subscribing, liking, all that shit, and that's about it. Bye.